Star Walker Studios presents Game Master's Journey, your multi-dimensional RPG podcast. Hello, fellow gamer. Welcome to episode 251 of Game Master's Journey. I'm your host, Like Star Walker. On this show, we discuss the craft and the art of game mastering. I've been running RPGs for over 28 years now, and I produce this show in the hopes that you can benefit from my experience, my triumphs, and my mistakes. I hope everyone is having a good week this week, and I hope you're all getting some role-playing in, or at the very least, getting some prep done on your future adventures. And today I'm bringing another actual play episode from my D&D campaign, Hinterlands of Elandria. This is our 20th session, and quite a bit happens in this episode. The player characters return to the city of Elandria, and they report back to the guild and have some fun in the city. I don't want to give too much away. However, I will say that there are a lot of big reveals in this episode, in this game session. There are things that have been going on behind the scenes since the very beginning of this campaign. And in this session, the player characters finally discover some of what's been going on that they didn't know about, learn some more about themselves and their destinies, perhaps. So if you're new to the campaign, I really strongly recommend and strongly request that you go start at the beginning, and definitely don't start with this episode, because not only will you be cheapening the experience for yourself, but it'd be nice to respect the time and work that we've all put into this campaign, and start at the beginning and experience the story as it was meant to be experienced without skipping ahead and getting a bunch of spoilers. So if you are new to the campaign, you can head to the show notes for this episode over at starwalkerstudios.com/GameMastersJourney, and I have all the previous episodes of the campaign linked there in the show notes. I also single out a few different episodes that are ideal starting points for you to get started, depending on how much you're interested in some of the character building, not really character creation, but just development of the characters, and how much you're interested in some of the behind the scenes stuff that I've been doing. So depending on how complete and exhaustive of an experience you want, there's a few different good places to start the campaign out. So I point those out to you in the show notes so you can check those out. Really quickly, before we get into our adventure today, I want to remind you that I am blogging again and invite you to check out my blog over at starwalkerstudios.com/blog. The most recent article that I've published as of recording this episode today is called Magic Items in Primordia. And that's actually the first of at least a two-part series of blog posts in which I share some of my homebrewed magic items with you. These are magic items that I've created for the various 5th edition campaigns I've run over the years. Most of them were intended for my setting of Primordia, but of course you can use them in your D&D game, whatever setting you're using, it doesn't matter. So I hope you'll check those out. Also, on the blog, I've released a lot of other homebrewed D&D content that I've created for my campaigns. I've got some more cleric domains for you, including the hunt domain, which our character Quincy in the actual play uses. So if you're curious about how a cleric is this awesome archer and does all the things that Quincy does, you can check out that blog post and check out my hunt cleric domain. I also have a post with some homebrew backgrounds I came up with and all kinds of great stuff on the blog. So I hope you'll check that out. I'm also hard at work on a series of GM supplements that I'm going to self-publish. Right now, I'm looking at a 3-part series. The first of which will be just a general GM guide and tips and tricks book. It will be pretty setting, but also game system neutral, just general GM advice that you can apply to pretty much any game you're running or playing. The second of these will be the same kind of thing, but more specific for Dungeons and Dragons, things I've learned about running specifically 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons. And then the third volume in the series is going to be all about world building. So if you have any ideas of topics you'd like me to cover in those books and or questions you'd like me to answer, please let me know. You can shoot me an email at gamemastersjourney@gmail.com, or even better, head on over to our MeWe community, and I have a thread there that I've started for ideas, and you can post your ideas there, and then everybody can see them, and not just me. And you can find a link to our MeWe community in the show notes as well at starwalkersheroes.com/gamemastersjourney. Also in those show notes for today's episodes, I have the player characters described as far as who's playing who, what their class and background and subclass and all that good stuff is. So if you're curious and that kind of thing, check out the show notes for that information as well. Well, I think that's everything I need to cover at the top of the show. So without further ado, let's move on into our adventure. You guys got back to the village.
You guys let the dude die. Or get away, rather. Get away. Sorry, get away. Miguel.
I mean,
got away.
You guys, let's be clear here.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, actually, nobody knows what happened.
We
to
have
Miguel.
no idea what happened.
That's rather accusative.
I rolled an insight check, but
I just assume Manny just set him free. Fear's not here.
Why would you think that I would do something?
Because your name should be Shenanigans.
Me?
Yeah.
Wait. Have you actually listened to what happened, or did Lex?
No, did he let him go?
I'm not saying anything. What?
I'm going to listen, so you might as well tell me now.
I mean, technically.
All they know is he was gone the next morning.
Yeah.
Somehow he got out of the stockade without it being opened or unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone let him out and then closed it and locked it behind him. Yep. Shenanigans?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. That's an A+ nickname right there.
That's his new favorite spell. Shenanigans.
We're back in the city. I finally got.
Yes.
I'm getting my stinking bath that has been long overdue for days.
Yeah. I think where we last
time for our shopping mission now.
Yeah.
Pretty much just in a teleportation circle. We just stepped onto the teleportation circle, and now we're in the city.
In the city.
I assume it.
So my character was present for everything. I just wasn't there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, actually, your character was the one that closed the portal.
You played a vital role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you made a great roll. It was awesome. Hand waving him. Yeah, so you guys are in the city, and the first thing that happens is you sit down with Druinda, and she asks for more details about everything that happened, but we don't need to deal with all that because that would be really boring. But basically, just ask for kind of a recap of everything that went down with the village and the fairy tree and Ezra and the Mad, and then the demons and all that stuff. And so you guys fill her in, to her content about that. And then she says, well, you've all done very well. We didn't give you an easy task. especially for untested adventurers like yourselves. And you've definitely done enough to prove yourselves worthy of membership in the guild. And so we will make you full members with all the rights and responsibilities that go with that.
Is there a ritual for this? What should I be expected to wear?
She says, well, there is a small ceremony. It doesn't really matter what you wear.
It matters.
Well, I'll leave that up to your judgment, what you think would be appropriate.
Clothes.
Yeah, clothes are good. So basically you guys are brought before the leader of the guild here in Elandria. Her name is, as I try to read my writing, Akana Rio. And she is a half elf. And when you see her, she's wearing gleaming mithril plate and mail armor. Very similar to the armor that the Queen's Guard wears. You guys have probably all seen that. And yeah, she seems pretty straightforward, no nonsense kind of person. And you guys go through the ceremony and did you guys, well, probably not because I haven't seen a discussion of it, but have you guys figured out like colors, or is that just completely Larissa's job? Or
Yeah,
no.
we I think we left that all to Larissa and
all pastels.
Logan.
I like green. That's the only thing
You like green? Well, maybe we can have a peacock theme.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I mean,
Yes, we can have beautiful feathers for you.
why though? It's a completely useless bird. No offense to peacocks, but
It is a very beautiful bird. Or blue jay.
that I would like that. I'd be okay with that.
I love the blue jays.
Oh yeah, your first ride.
Yes,
as a team.
It might be symbolizing our first voyage. What do you think? Blue and white.
How about a blue and white manticore?
We can work. We can definitely work on
we
that.
ran away from.
What about like? Are we just choosing everything we thought? Because
No.
I mean,
Well, I suppose we could go down that.
Well, as far as colors, I think the blue jay patterns would go very well.
That would look nice.
Yeah,
So that's mainly what, blue, white, and black.
yeah.
I like green.
Ooh, what if we did? Oh,
We can have.
What about like fire? I like fire.
Green and blue
Do
and fire.
manticores breathe fire?
I think so.
No, I don't remember them blowing fire at us.
They tried
Damn
to.
it.
They were
Mm.
prickly though.
Yeah.
Oh, we also killed a baby dragon.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah,
fire.
we did.
I mean, we fought a lot of stuff. So like, I don't know how what are they called when they do the symbol and you put it on your backs. What is that called again? That's what, like you'd have to fit a lot of stuff there.
The insignia? No, the crest or something.
I guess.
Maybe we should go more abstract.
yes.
Hmm.
Mm.
Clearly, we need to give this some more thought. Perhaps we should take it.
What
virtually
about like
offline?
I could just craft a couple.
You guys were
flowers
supposed to do that
and
last week. You don't get another week.
Nobody told me. Not fair. Fine, we'll be the stupid blue manticores. Whatever. Let's go.
No.
Can they wear flowers? I like flowers.
Fire flowers. Yes.
Well, I did have a few.
Yes.
So, the gilded tongue of
What?
Elandria.
Wait.
The gilded
Sounds
tongue
pornographic, no?
of Elandria. Maybe.
That's all
The
good names,
golden
dude.
blue jays.
I think I visited that
But
place.
they're blue.
But, we can just make them gold. It's fine. We'll even have a golden brooch of blue jays made for us. The justiciars of Elandria. It's a
The
little
what?
too much on the tongue, I know.
What's
the
it-
eyes.
The what?
The eyes of Elandria. No.
Eyes of Elandria.
Or one that I really loved was the Seekers of Arcane Mysteries and Magics, or SAMM.
I went through an emotional roller coaster. Very much like, very much hate.
Wow. Sam, it is.
There it is. I posted it on the on our chat.
I like
Where-
it.
We are
Sphere is a
Sam, and you can
wizard.
call us the Seekers.
If Sphere is a wizard, does that mean that she's a sandwich?
Oh.
Boo.
Oh man, that was really good.
Oh man, I got an actual father, an actual dad to
Yeah,
stamp of approval my dad joke.
yeah.
Yes.
Props to that one.
Taking that one for
Wow.
the grave.
Yeah, and we can be called the Seekers.
I like seekers.
It's okay. Yeah.
Lex, did you just change to a blue jay?
Yeah. It took me that long to find the silly picture of the blue jay and figure out how to screen share.
Yes.
I'm 10 minutes late, but
You got it.
10 minutes ago, you guys were talking about this. And so this was relevant back then. Now, not so much.
Can the blue be made of blue fire?
Sure.
All right, I'm in then. Blue jay's fine.
Here, I even have a dress that I totally designed.
I'm not wearing a dress.
Oh, for me.
Dresses are very impractical.
This
I
is
also prefer trousers.
Oh, wow. Impressive.
Yeah, I totally designed it. I drew it myself.
Here, I should show, just in case this video ever sees the light of day,
Oh,
I'll show the people
Wow.
watching.
That's quite the dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Larissa-
definitely get what you say about impractical.
how are you supposed to climb a tree in that?
Well, you take. It's complicated. It's
I
It'll
think
You
the
don't have to
easiest
climb,
if
you can
just get
fly.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You can fly.
Maybe if you
I can
talk the
fly.
tree
Can
long
you
enough,
fly?
it'll go down so that you can just climb on top of it.
Yeah, I can fly.
Oh yeah, show me.
I cast flight on myself.
Touche. Okay.
And I do a whole ballet, display in the air. Here, let me see how well I do.
Please roll a 1.
I thought he was going to get up and dance for a second. I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
27. Performance.
I was
Okay, it's beautiful, and I'm brought to tears. Shit.
never so disappointed to see someone roll a die. Damn it. He's just rolling a die. I thought he was going to dance. Give us a show.
Just bum 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 bum.
I would not put it past Manny to be like, I'll be right back, come back in the dress and have a whole number for us. I would not put
Yeah.
it past him.
Once I rearrange my room again, I'll have more space for it.
For the dress, for the skirts, you need some.
Yes, for the whole dance. number.
Oh my gosh. So what are the colors, Larissa?
They're gonna be blue, black, and white, preferably in the pattern of the Blue Jays.
Cool.
All I want is a jaunty hat.
We'll make we can personalize each of these.
Oh yeah.
We can make a tabard for Wall.
I'm gonna have a ring of a bird claw.
Oh,
I think I'm just gonna ask some of the Blue Jays for some feathers and wear those. That's cool.
That's fine, but Logan and I will design a beautiful array of outfits for all of us. If you have any personal desires, then make those known, and we will accommodate you.
I hear spandex is in this year.
Nope.
Yes.
And capes.
Oh, no, it hasn't been invented yet.
We are not the seekers in tights.
And really big feathers.
Really big feathers, fine.
I was
Get behind
thinking,
that. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
That's our unofficial mascot, is just tickling.
Just tickle.
Right.
We're the worst. We never get invited to parties.
All right, so as part of the ceremony, you guys are all given cloaks in these colors, matching cloaks, and these aren't the magical ones I teased you guys about earlier that I then decided not to give you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah,
I like to think that the cloak is a little short on me.
I mean, if you want it to be, but they would make it to fit you. They wouldn't make it look stupid unless you wanted to.
I look at the cloak scrutinizingly. I guess we will have to do some modifications, but thank you.
Yes, and you're told probably by Druinda even before the ceremony that these cloaks that you're given are really just for ceremonial purposes. Some people do wear them out and about, and some members of the guild have actual magical versions of the guild cloaks that they wear. So definitely, if you want everyone to know who you are and who you're affiliated with, I mean, you can definitely wear them around, but you don't have to. You're also each given a ring that I still haven't decided exactly what they look like yet. That's a more kind of constant symbol of the guild, but is also a lot easier to keep on the down low than a cloak, because you can just wear a glove or put the ring in your pocket, or if you need to be secretive or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if ever there is a time where the guild is not in good favor.
Yeah, right. That could happen. Especially some of the things you guys have found out that aren't widely known. And you now have access to the guild quartermaster, who buys and sells, among other things, magic items. So if there's anything you need, you can check with him, or if there's any treasure that you found that you don't want, he'll give you a fair price for it. Or if you decide you want a magical version of the cloak or the ring, he would be the one to talk to as well. Yeah, and I also emailed you guys a list of what the quartermaster has, so you don't have to go through the 50 plus page document to find it if you don't want to.
Thank you very much for that.
Did they have that special armor?
Yes.
Last time.
Yes.
Are we going to the quartermaster then? First, before we go to the quartermaster, we need to figure out what is in the bag of holding.
Everything.
Well, let's see. We have climber's kit. We have potion, rope of mending, wand of secrets, this helmet that can never be taken from my head, scroll of thunderstep, healer's kit, scroll case, and many much monies. do we want to distribute some of this money evenly, or do we want to buy things together? We haven't really established any kind of contract between ourselves. I think we've been operating on the basis of trust, and you guys are all nice and all, but we might need to formalize things. I don't know. Contract or
I think you guys need a really complicated merit-based system of loot distribution.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could definitely make that.
You hit them 3 times, so you get 3 gold.
What about we just split it 6 ways, and the 6th part goes into party funds?
Oh.
What are you, communist?
I mean,
First, maybe we should ask what do we need party funds for?
Yes.
I don't know. Fear said party funds earlier, so I thought.
All of the money we have, as far as I know, all of the money and things that we have acquired collectively, I have been putting into the bag of holding. So.
Oh, does this count the, out of character, does that include the party funds spreadsheet?
Yes, That's basically it.
Gotcha.
So it represents the total of exactly 12,368.7 gold equivalents.
0.7. Is that 7 silver?
That includes
silver,
our
right?
gems. So I don't know if we need any of those gems for any specific activities or whatever, if we're just using them as currency. But that 12,000 is the number. Divided by 6 is a nice round 2,000 per person, and we'll just sweep the leftover into the fund if that works. Unless we want to keep more aside for our collective pool.
I mean, what type of gear and things are we going to be able to, what are we going to need? I guess I will depend on what our next mission is from Druinda or the guild.
Well, just to let you guys know before you get too far into this, because I know different people do it different ways. Pretty much your gems. I mean, I don't think you guys have really found any art objects.
No, not yet.
But like gems, art objects, and like trade commodities, you can pretty much spend as easily as money.
Okay.
So don't feel like, we have to get rid of these gems for gold because we might find a merchant that won't take this ruby or something like that. Like you totally can.
I feel keeping them as Danielle has them, counted what types of gems of which we have. For us spellcasters, sometimes like specific gems are needed for, or a specific amount of money of a specific gem is needed for it. So mostly
I am looking to potentially buy some diamonds of some sort.
mostly the one that comes up a lot is the diamonds. But for like material components for spells, some other ones might be needed, and so it's good to just know that we have X amount of rubies or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and they take up less weight and room than coins too.
Yeah, relative to their value.
Yeah.
So who needs money, and what's the most money anyone needs? How about that?
I guess it depends on excuse me, Lex, how much the armor is gonna cost for me.
Yeah. So yeah, I can tell you that if you guys want to go to the quartermaster,
is there anything else we need to do before we go to the quartermaster, and then we can go?
Yeah, I mean, we've debriefed with Druinda. We've told her everything from beginning to end again in more than 25 words.
Yes.
Hopefully. We're still looking for that witch. We're still wanting to go see about that divine entity in the mountains, right?
Oh, yeah. We also promised we'd look after Anna's ex-boyfriend.
Anna's bow.
It's something we need to do while we're here. Also, we tell her about a particular red dragon who's still haunting the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It flew away. I don't know if it'll come back, but it did fly away.
And she was not happy.
No.
She didn't show up for a while though, so
Mm-mm.
No,
who knows?
she's gone for a little while.
Yeah, maybe she's gone for good. We never know.
So then to the quartermaster. We then how do you want to how do you want to handle the funds? Do you want to just say this is what it is, and then as we're listening to what everybody wants to buy, say we split it by 6, split it by 5, whatever we want to do?
Yeah.
Maybe we set like a budget, but then keep the rest in there. Like, I don't know.
It's like nobody can spend over 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But-
like
Do we care about fairness?
Wall cares about fairness.
Should we just distribute 2,000 to each of us then? Or 1,000, or distribute some amount rather than having a communal. I mean, there should be a communal money supply because there will always be things we collectively need. But
yeah.
we have earned a significant amount of coin at this point. And if you, like, the stuff I need is not very expensive. If you buy $2,000 worth of stuff, I would save my money and then it would be in the pool, and that doesn't seem fair.
That's true.
Yeah. You
So 2,000 per person?
Sure. I wouldn't mind 400 gold in total, 100 from each of you as Quincy's life insurance program.
I'll heal myself. Fuck right off.
Revivify though.
Yeah, it was more revivify. Yeah, it's hard to heal when you're dead.
Mm.
Yeah.
It
We
wasn't
looked
gonna
into it,
have healed?
and we got a bunch of corpses and said, get back up again, and they didn't.
I'll pay you when you resurrect me. You can collect after the resurrection.
isn't
You
that
need to buy the thing ahead of time. If you don't want to be
Yeah.
resurrected,
Oh, it's
totally fine.
if it's a future. Oh, okay. You're acquiring a diamond on my behalf. Happily give you money.
yeah?
I
I
want
was
my name.
wondering. You were real angry about it for a
Yeah.
second.
No. I thought you were trying to pay me for services I haven't or charge me for services I haven't received. I'm against that.
No.
Well,
But
no,
I
that's
want my
what
name
insurance
etched in my
is.
diamond.
Yeah, that's what insurance is. You pay me for services, and then eventually you may receive
Yeah.
them.
All right. So then
Okay.
everybody gets 1,600 except Quincy, who gets the 2,000 plus the 400 from us, right?
Well, it's 100 gold each, right? It's 100 gold piece diamond is what I need.
300.
Is it 300 each?
I believe it's a 300 gold. Is Revivify?
Yeah, I can look it up. Let's
300 diamonds worth 300 gold pieces, which are consumed by the spell.
Oh, well, that's less awesome. All right, 300 apiece,
Yeah.
or die.
So we have
It's your choice.
Do we want to put that as a party fund or a personal fund? What do you think?
Well, we're all going to take advantage of that, so I think it's fine to use party funds.
Yeah. So we'll divide divide in 6.
Hopefully,
Or,
you're not going to have to cast that 5 times in the next
Yeah.
adventure.
Like 4, maybe? Is 4 enough insurance?
Yeah,
Or
if you have
three.
cast
I
it
was
5
just gonna
times
get
or
one
something
per
wrong.
person.
Why one per person? I mean,
Well,
hopefully
once you
don't-
use it, you're done.
you don't get to die anymore.
Well,
You're
that
never dying.
seems
Well,
silly.
the cool
don't
things
get to
is
die.
all of the resurrection type spells use diamonds. They just use more and more diamonds. So whatever diamonds you get for Revivify that you don't use when he gets raised dead, you can use them. I think that's 500 gold pieces worth of diamonds. So
Yeah.
I mean, you'll
said
probably
it had
use
to
them
be a
eventually.
300 gold piece diamond and a 500 gold piece diamond, but you could take like a 200 and a 300 and mash them together.
Yeah, because it specifically says 300 gold in diamonds with an S.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not a
Yeah.
diamond.
So it's
Yeah.
not a singular one. Yeah.
Yeah, which I might have steered you wrong because I thought it was one diamond, but I just Reddit and it's not. So
that will be very,
Worth
very
of.
hard to acquire. Just the one singular diamond that is.
Can I
Just
just keep my
500.
diamonds in a little red bag with white cross on it, so that when you need to revivify me, you use my diamonds? Because I don't want you to use my diamonds for someone else without my say-so.
That is
You.
fair.
when
That
I
doesn't
die, you will
foresee-
find my diamonds in my ass. They're very
Doesn't
safe
mean that
there.
If you die twice and we run out of diamonds for you, no more fear.
Exactly. That's so
Yes,
silly.
then
I mean,
I'll have my own diamond reserve. It's up to me if I don't want to live. Like, it's my DNR. DND. Do not diamond.
Do
Don't
not
have.
diamond. Do not revivify. Fair enough.
see,
All
this
right.
is why money is so weird. Like,
These are
I'm
rocks.
sorry. These are rocks, and it's stupid. And
I think we should just buy them with the party funds and then keep them as party funds.
Okay.
Like, and then
Just convert some of our gems to diamonds, basically.
I just can't believe you guys are squabbling over possible lives here.
I wasn't squabbling. I was offering to bring people back from the dead.
Which
It
I
was me
appreciate.
being a nice guy.
Oh my
Quincy,
goodness.
we
So
appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
But 1 diamond per person seems silly when people like Wall and I don't go down very often. But people like, well, I look at Fear.
I saw that, Manny.
I think my constitution is higher than yours.
now we're pointing fingers.
I also think Wall gets pretty close to dead fairly often, and so do you, come to think of it.
I hate it when mother and father fight.
So I have, like, sitting in my adventuring gear thing, I have 600 gold piece gems. So I could just convert those into 600 gold pieces worth of diamonds and hope that nobody dies between, like, there isn't 3 deaths.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to convert as much of our money as we can to diamonds. Then we just have diamonds.
Oh, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think we should buy those at least like 3. I think
That
it's
makes
more than three is not necessary since we are not.
Why don't we just convert all of our money into diamonds? That makes so much sense. If this is worth this much, why not just use this?
And who's to say they're not going to just cheat you and say, yeah, this is worth 300 gold and
I don't want to buy a pitcher of ale for 2 diamonds.
I guess what we could do is we could go to the jeweler and we could ask him to give us diamonds worth this amount, and then we could say that in order to prove that they are the diamonds that we need, kill the guy and spend 300 randomly and bring him back to life.
Yeah.
If he doesn't buy that, then he's not selling a quality product here.
I officially withdraw any objection to whatever the decision is and would like us to just move on.
You could just cast a Stone of Truth on him and then see if he's lying.
Suppose.
That's a lot less fun.
That is.
Well,
I'd give him a running start. Yeah.
This is crazy, and you guys are crazy, and humans are crazy, and I just want something that will help me see in the dark. How do I get that? Fear, you know how much these things are worth. Help me
Let's
trade
go to
these
the,
for that.
let's go to the
Quincy
quartermaster. He has that stuff on there.
Quincy gives you a
Yeah.
torch. Solve problem.
So, did people look at the list ahead of time and know what they want to buy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone not do that?
I did. I did
Sorry.
my homework.
Yeah.
Greg, look at the list while the rest of us shop.
I
I
am doing
actually
so.
did
I am doing so.
look at the list. As Phoebe, I could
Where was the list?
Email.
email.
Yeah.
It's also in the player's guide.
Yeah. It's also like
I could
page
be
47 of the
cool
player's
with
guide.
the drift globe or the night goggles. The shield would be like cool, but
All right, well, maybe I can
like
just
you
chat
said
with you.
that there might be more armor that you hadn't listed.
Yeah, there's he's got something that will work for each of you.
Oh,
which is gonna probably. Well, we'll just see.
Okay, I just walk over to the guy. I guess maybe there's like a desk.
Yeah, where are we going? What is this?
Yeah. All right. So you go to the quartermaster, and he is a human man. He's got a big ass mustache, like walrus, like mustache, bald head, kind of stocky guy, and he's wearing like a monocle, and he kind of looks you guys over as you come in. And he says, new members of the guild coming into my door for the first time. This is always a happy occasion. Join me for a drink. And he goes and he starts like putting glasses out on the counter in front of you guys and starts pouring what you assume to be some kind of whiskey into them.
Well, all right then.
I start playing my lyre.
I will take it.
Me too.
I'll just sip.
He says, to new adventurers, may you live long enough to spend lots of money in my shop.
Chin chin.
Done.
He says, yes, feel free to look around, and I have a lot of special things in back, so if there's something you're looking for, let me know. Starts like polishing some daggers that are on the counter.
I just take out my purse and I'm like, okay, well, how much can I get for however much this is? Because I'm not going to count it.
Clarissa, can you please negotiate on her behalf?
I'm going to play my lyre and just enjoy the merriment. But what I'm actually doing...
That's my girl.
Were you picking her pocket or?
No, what I'm actually doing is doing my enthralling performance.
Oh.
By performing for at least 1 minute, I can charm humanoids within 60 feet of me. After the performance, my charisma modifier, minimum 1. Number of targets must make a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, the target is charmed for 1 hour. But if they succeed, they do not know that I tried to charm them. While they are charmed, the target idolizes me. They hinder those who oppose me and avoids violence. And it lasts until a target takes damage. I attack it, or if it sees me attack its allies. It ends sooner than the hour if any of those things happen. So
who are you putting this on?
The quartermaster, of course.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I forgot. His name is Jaden Toll.
Jaden.
But you can call him Jaden or Jay. He also answers to Jay.
Jay.
All right. So you're trying to enthrall him with your presence?
Yeah, doing my enthralling performance. It's my glamour bard. One of my glamour bard things.
All right. So you do your thing.
I do my little dance, and I play my lyre, and maybe you do a little song.
He seems to be watching you very critically, and as you're halfway through your act, starting to feel like you're in some kind of an audition or something, the way he's just like sternly watching you, he starts like messing with his monocle. There seems to be like almost like, when you go to the eye doctor and they test your eyes and they like have the things that they turn. It's almost like that. Like he's like turning lenses in his monocle. And he says, oh, that's quite interesting, my dear, but you should know magic doesn't work on me. I hope you're not trying to cheat me.
No. They don't know. I mean, they don't. He doesn't know that I try to charm him. It's part of the ability that he doesn't know that I try to charm him. It's not a spell. It's a class ability.
Okay, but he can see what you're doing.
I'm dancing.
So he does know.
He was bringing the alcohol out, and I'm just dancing at the merriment that we are about to have.
He says, you're new here, so I'll cut you a break, but you should be careful trying to pull tricks like that on others in the guild. Could get into a lot of trouble.
Gosh, who would have thought that somebody who actually works for a bunch of high-powered magic users would know when someone was trying to pull the wool over his eyes.
See, that one's smarter than she looks.
He just said you look dumb.
I spit my ale.
Well, in his defense, she did just empty her pockets on the counter and say, "What can I get with this?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which to a merchant is kind of as dumb as you can get.
Maybe we don't want to piss off our new benefactors.
No.
I meant like more benign negotiating, but you do you, Larissa.
This is why trade economy is so much better.
Trade economy. You can't be serious.
Why not?
Oh boy, we don't have enough time for that. So what can I do you for? You, sir, he points at Wall. You look like a man who knows what he wants. Or
What
maybe
kind of
not.
armors do you have?
Yes.
Well, what are you looking for?
Looking for something a little more sturdy than this chainmail.
He says, I know you from somewhere. You look familiar to me. Have we met?
I dropped the cowl down a little bit more. It's like, I do not think so. I don't recognize you.
No, I know you got put your hood back so I can see you better.
Can I do a persuasion check against him? No, I pull the hood back.
I love that. Can I do a persuasion check? Looks at his sheet. No, I can't.
No.
Never mind.
Isn't charisma one of your things?
Yeah, it is, but he's not gonna lie. He pulls the hood back.
He says, yes, I thought so. You're one of the Queen's Guards, aren't you?
I was for the time, yes.
So, oh, well then I have something you might like. And he says, just a minute. He goes back into the back room and he wheels out like a mannequin basically that's wearing a suit of armor. And it's very similar to the armor that you just saw the guild leader wearing. Very similar to the armor that the Queen's Guard wears. In fact, it looked like functionally it's exactly the same. It just has some design differences. He says, yes. He says, this is the finest plate and mail armor made of dwarven mind and refined mithril. Very light, very strong. Won't hamper your movements like normal steel armor would.
Right.
It's nice.
May I ask where you got it?
He says, yes. The Queen's armorer owed me a few favors here and there through the years. So
Filbert, he's a very good man, yes.
yes, every once in a while he makes me a suit to sell. He says, I have this suit here, which is as you see it. He says, I have another one that's very similar, only that one it has some protective enchantments placed on it.
Might I ask first? Of course, being starting with the guild, I'm on a little bit of I'm not on salary yet, as it were. I have a little bit of a budget.
Yes.
What sort of prices are these?
He says, well, this one I can sell to you for 850 gold pieces. One of the enchanted ones, they're a little bit more. They'll run you 400 platinum.
400 platinum. Interesting.
Or that would be 4,000 gold. And he winks at Bryn.
I lean to Larissa and I'm like,
Believe it.
how many clay pots is that?
Tell us more about these enchantments.
Yes,
What are these enchantments?
what makes it special?
Oh, just a standard defensive enchantment. Makes the armor a little bit better at keeping those swords and daggers and axes away from you.
If you had to put a number on it, would you say it's like
Like plus
100%
one?
better or maybe 200% better?
He says, that's a very interesting question. I've never thought about it that way before.
Well, that is, of course, very steep. That is not something that I have with me.
He says another possibility is you could get this suit now, and later when you have more gold, we could have it enchanted for you.
This is true.
So basically, in game terms, the one for 4,000 has a +1 bonus.
Gotcha.
So it's basically so plate and mail armor is kind of it used to be a thing, but it's not anymore in D&D. It's in between full plate and I think it's half plate.
Half plate, yeah.
So it's a 17 armor class, and because it's made of mithril, there's no stealth penalty, and there's no minimum strength requirement, which probably isn't an issue for you, but
not at this moment.
So just as is, it would give you a 17 armor class, and then with the +1, it would be an 18.
All right. Even the 850 is a little bit much. Would you be willing to come down?
He says, "Oh no, that's already as low as I can go, and taking into account that you are members of the guild. Of course, if you weren't, I wouldn't be selling to you at all. So
this is true. Let me consider it.
Yes, of course.
Everybody else discusses.
Yes, and the rest of you, can I interest any of you in anything?"
Well, you do have some nice armor kicking around. I could deal with something. I've put some holes in this stuff.
Yeah, this stuff smells a little bit like badger, and I think it got burned in the dragon fight. Like, do you have any like armor that's like good but not stupid, like made of metal?
He says, yes. He says, yes, I have some suits of studded leather armor that do not smell like badgers. Those also come with a standard defensive enchantment, and those are running 2,000 gold right now.
I think that's a lot.
It's not a small number.
So that would be for studded leather +1.
Yes. Let's see. I have less than that by much.
Well, we do have a layaway plan if you'd like to.
A layaway plan.
Oh, God.
I give you some money now and get it later?
Yes, exactly.
It's suddenly a very good idea, no.
Oh, it's a great idea. I'm so glad I came up with it.
Well,
it really depends on which side of the counter you're on.
APR it.
Armor would probably help our team significantly for all of you. I'm making some observations. I'm writing down some numbers. Let's keep talking. Do you have anything in that bag of tricks for someone like me?
Are you looking for something?
On armor, for example.
Let's see here. Oh, yes. For you, I see you are a practitioner of the arcane arts.
Poof. Prestidigitation.
We have one of these, and he shows you a gold ring.
Oh.
He says this is your standard ring of protection. Gives some protection from physical attacks as well as magical ones. I can either sell you one of these rings, or I could have your guild ring enchanted.
Ooh. How much to do my guild ring?
Let's see. To do your guild ring would be 2,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the idea of that. And potentially having armor that doesn't have holes. That would be.
And how long would that enchantment take?
I could have it for you in tomorrow.
Whoa.
Quick.
And just out of curiosity, maybe Danielle's asking this question. Does that count as armor for the purposes of my bracers of defense, which I'm not allowed to wear armor or a shield with?
No.
Okay.
It's a standard ring of protection. Mm-hmm. So it gives you a +1 to armor class and saves.
Okay. And for a net new ring would be more or less expensive?
It'd be a little bit more if you bought another ring. Okay. And that is an item that requires attunement. The armors don't, but the ring does.
So Wall's armor also would not require attunement?
Right, yeah.
Okay, I'll think about that.
Oh my God, what is this wall of text in the chat? Oh my
Sorry.
gosh.
Oh, that's the description of the ability I was using.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I won't worry about it.
Yeah. No,
I'm never
it
going
was
to get
just,
caught up.
it was just kind of like straight from the
I
book.
see somebody has posted something. This is nice. Things that he might want. Oh, they have goggles of night there, Phoebe.
So do we have
Yes.
2 pairs of those boots of elven kind?
No, this came from the boots came from the dragon's lair.
And then I guess Quincy had a pair of his own.
Of my
Right.
own what?
Boots of elven kind? Or was that Wall saying that?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Wall's the only one that has one.
That was Wall saying that. I'm saying I'm thinking that Quincy's saying that something about the boots. So
My boots are pretty good. They only have 2 holes.
And they're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
yeah, if you get that armor that kind of negates the
You could trade for the
then-
armor.
you can put whatever they would give you for the boots toward.
Well, no, the armor just doesn't give him disadvantage. So he would then have advantage on stealth with the
Yeah,
boots.
so if you stay with the boots, then you would have advantage on top of having lighter armor. I don't know. Do they require attunement? If they don't, it would be worth it keeping them, since they don't. You don't have to really worry about them being in your.
But I'm not really the kind who would be sneaky either.
But it is beneficial for us to all be.
In fact, I am the one who specifically does not want to be sneaky because I need to draw everybody away from you guys.
But what if you are sneaky and then
Then
you
they attack
jump? But if you get the jump on them, you just right from
I mean,
Just
I don't have fancy boots. I'll take fancy boots.
There you go.
Oh,
Only
and
trying to figure out if this is something that we want to barter with or if it's something that somebody else wants.
I think since you've been wearing them, I think it's fine for you to trade them for the armor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then you can get other stuff too.
Manny, the armor you want is 3,000 for the glamored studded leather.
Do you have any shields? I've been considering starting to use a shield.
They have shield +1.
Yep. Yeah, he's got a magic shield. As well as, I mean, he has mundane equipment too. So if you just want like a normal shield, he'd have that too.
How much are platinum?
100.
10.
10.
10 gold.
10 each.
That makes more sense.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of shields,
Uh-oh.
I noticed, I was looking at characters the other day. I noticed Quincy has a shield.
Yep.
Oh,
Are you using that shield, Quincy?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
Because that was the first I'd heard of it. Or I'd
I didn't
forgotten
think
about
I
it.
could.
Well, not with a bow, no.
Not with a bow. So, like, I think it comes with my initial character, so I just never really ditched it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't use it. That's why you hit me relatively easier than.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, I hope he's not figuring that as part of his armor class, because usually he's using a bow, which...
Yeah.
That,
Like, if I get into. I have it on me, just if I do get into close combat, I can pull it out and do something, I guess. But
yeah.
usually I just try to avoid that and put wall in front of between the two things.
I am your shield.
Yeah, you have way better AC than 2.
Yes.
So
yeah, Bryn, he can sell you a mundane shield or a magic one.
Well, Quincy, you using that shield?
nope.
Is it made of wood or metal?
Clang, clang. Metal.
Damn. Do you have any wooden shields?
Nope. Just one metal. One metal.
I wasn't talking to you, Mr. What was his name again?
Jaden. Call me Jay.
Jaden Toll.
Jaden Toll. Wow, look at that.
Okay,
Note taker.
Jay. Do you have any wooden shields?
Yes.
She's a wizard.
Are you looking for magical or normal shield?
I guess it depends on how many of these little klingly bits of metal that I have. How many klingly bits of metal would a magic shield cost versus a non-magic shield?
Can somebody tell me that has the thing open? Because I don't have it on this computer, and Google Drive isn't working.
Sorry, what is it we're looking for?
The plus
I
one
actually
shield?
have D&D Beyond. Oh, it's 10 gold pieces
For the +1?
No, that's
for
not
a
right.
regular shield. +1 shield is like 500.
It's not
Yeah,
on
500.
D&D Beyond.
It's in the. You cut and pasted into the. Somebody cut and pasted it. It's 500.
Cool.
How much will he?
That is a substantially larger amount of little clanky metal-y bits.
They're called gold pieces, dear. Gold pieces. It's much easier to
I
say
know
than
what they're
clanky metal
called.
bits.
Thank you, metal. All right. Well, I'm gonna take you up on part of your offer. You have some studded leather, you stated.
Yes, I
Cool.
do.
I will take some pretty mundane studded leather armor.
Oh, you don't want the enchanted armor? It's really nice.
It's a bit out of my price range.
What was the price on that again?
Can you do like half an enchantment?
It was 2,000 for the studded leather.
That's still less than mine. That might be worth it.
Yeah, I think it's probably worth it.
For studded leather?
I'll contribute to your armor, Quincy.
Oh,
The
All right, well,
Armor
I'll-
Quincy Fund.
armor Quincy fun. So Quincy got
Clothes
2,000.
Quincy and armor.
So did Quincy recently get 2,000 gold or so?
Yeah, that's we all basically have 2,000.
All right. So Quincy is willing to dedicate, let's say, 1,500 of the 2,000 required. That seems like a lot, but no, maybe because I kind of wanted to buy some healing potions to pour down people's throats.
I can make them.
Me too.
Greater healing
Yeah.
potions?
No,
No.
lots of regulars.
Yeah, I guess.
And we have
Usually when you need them, you need lots of it right away.
Like, I guess to drink 2 regular healing potions would it take 2 actions?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You can't double
we
fist
do
them.
have
No cake
2
stand on the
potions of
healing
superior.
potion. How many?
We have 2 superior healing potions, and the other healing potions were distributed. So
Oh,
in the bag
okay.
is just the 2 superior,
All right, that's fine. Okay.
and then whatever
1,500
people
I
have.
I put 1,500 towards my own armor. If we want to put a collection plate out, and Quincy will take off his new jaunty hat. You know,
All right.
it's hard to come by on a poor teacher's salary.
What else? So if we're looking at the studded armor, if we're looking at the studded leather armor for Quincy, Bryn, did you find the shield that you want?
I haven't decided. I'm not going to get armor. If I do get something past the drift globe or the goggles, I would probably get the shield. But
I think the goggles would be particularly useful for you.
yeah, that's number 1 on the list.
Isn't the drift globe better because you don't have to be wearing them? Or like, are the goggles better because you change shape? So what is better for that?
That is the thing, is that my well, I changed shape, but I all my gear can be
Okay, so
like
the
I
goggles
haven't been Hulk ripping out of my clothes this entire time. Because that was
Yeah, but I think what
ridiculous.
she's saying is you won't be able to use the goggles
Right.
while you're shapeshifted.
While a drift globe could be manipulated by someone else on your behalf.
Or I think they just kind of follow you around if you want.
Yeah.
They can follow you around in any shape. But also, if you do get the goggles, that you might not be have to cast a light that puts a beacon on us if we not.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's a good point.
If we need to be,
I mean,
Stealthy.
a lot of
mhm.
not as many as I would like, but some of my beast shapes do have dark vision.
And you have many more now that you can fly.
Yeah. You could be a bat.
Mhm.
It has to have dark vision.
I definitely put the bat right on my character sheet because I was like, shit, I remember reading that one.
Line sight, 10 feet, right?
Mhm.
That's very good.
That's nice.
But when I'm not shifted, because I do have to like talk and stuff, one of those would be useful. What I'm trying to see is whether or not getting 500 gold worth of shield is worth it, depending on whether or not I can use, or the shield counts when I'm in beast form.
Okay, something interesting. I was just looking at the wild shape thing because I thought there was something about equipment. So
it is the last line of it. Equipment that merges with the form has no effect until you leave the form.
So there is an
there we go.
option where if it's something the animal could wear, that instead of having the item fall to the ground or merge with your form, the animal is wearing it. And it's kind of up to the GM if it's a magic item, if it would still function. So I think with goggles, it would depend on the form.
Yeah.
Just kind of this, like if you shapeshifted into like something vaguely humanoid in size, like I think that the goggles could stay strapped on its head and still work. But if you shapeshifted into like a bat, they wouldn't, kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be too big, I think. Yeah. Or maybe you should just always shapeshift into an ape. Your piece is roughly the same size.
Yeah, I've never tried that.
Stick to a theme, man.
You can still wear rings. You can still
exactly. You can wear all your equipment, even your clothes.
You just look like someone from Planet of the Apes. Like came to D&D.
Quite fun.
Bryn, did you see this pot?
What's the pot for?
I believe it is a pot of awakening.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what that
I
does?
didn't know what you were talking about.
It's like a terracotta pot. Do you see this?
Yeah, like a flower
Do you
pot.
know what this does?
No. What is
you
it
want
do?
it.
You want it.
I did put that on there for Bryn.
What is it? Somebody tell me what it is.
Do you have the identify spell? It will tell you.
I do not have the identify spell.
That's too bad.
Is it okay, as Phoebe, is it just like the awakening spell, but like in a pot?
Specifically for a shrub.
Yeah, you plant a shrub in the pot and it becomes awakened.
After 30 days.
And then it calls you mama.
I like that it is friendly towards you. That's nice.
It is friendly.
Or it just says, I'm Groot.
Yeah.
It's really rude to one of your friends, though, that it chooses at seeming random. It just doesn't like one of your friends. Probably Wall.
So I'm going to metacame the shit out of this because I want to make this work. So it's a pot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's the pottery that grows.
You mean it
Chia.
I love
like
you,
clay
Chia
pot.
Pat.
like it's a clay pot?
Here, do you want the explanation about what it actually is? I can just put it in chat if you want.
No, I wish I had an accent, so you'd know when
So
I
I
was
could tell.
speaking this friend.
Can I trade him this ring of mind shielding?
Yeah. You don't want a ring of mind shielding?
Not with this other man inside of it, but
Well, I thought you were going to try to get him out of there.
am I?
I don't know. I thought you were.
He has been very unhelpful the entire time. I'm trying to just make conversation with him, and he's just not receptive.
So typical of the young to give up so quickly.
I know. Larissa is so used to men falling over her that one, plays hard to get just a little bit, and she just can't hack it.
Yeah, it's too much for me.
Too
He's
much
too
effort.
He's too much effort. To
High
too much to
maintenance.
handle.
Yeah, he'll buy the Ring of Mind Shielding from you.
Well, how much would he give me?
How much would he give you? That is the question. $2.
Because if it's not worth it, then I won't sell it.
It's uncommon, so if it's just regular, it's 400.
Then he'll buy it from me for $50. You know, he's gotta make money. Have you ever seen
Danielle's right. It would be he'd give you 400 gold for it.
It's like watching Pawn Stars. I'm like, really? They get an expert saying that it's $5,000 and they want to give you $500 for it. I'm like, seriously? Yeah, it'll sit on our on our shelves for a long time before we sell it. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he'll give you 400 for it.
400. I need more than that. I'm gonna need 300 more than that to get my armor.
Well, how much is it worth if there is an extra person inside? Says Phoebe, because Bryn would never say that.
I don't know. I think there's a 50-50 chance on that upping or lowering the value of that particular item.
It's already in use.
He's very charming, though. He's a great conversationalist.
Right.
If you're lonely, you know.
Who's in the ring again? God, that was so long ago.
Some old wizard,
Grumpy old man.
some old person that just died with it in his hand, and now he's stuck in my damn ring.
He makes Quincy look like Miss Congeniality.
He just wants to watch Jeopardy in peace. I mean,
I get that. Trebek.
All right, I'll just make my order since there seems to be a lull. I would like that spell book, and I would like that
yes.
ointment.
Oh, yes, of course. The enduring spell book.
Yes.
This book will outlive you, I promise, or your money back.
Who's going to get my money back if it doesn't outlive me?
She's a sharp one, this one. You know how many people have fallen for that? No one ever asked that.
You guys heard it here. You come get my money back if I die and the book dies with me.
I say to him, I would like that glamored studded leather armor. Although I only have 2,445 gold, and a smile worth 55 gold pieces.
He's like, well, I guess I could cut one of the arms off.
It's now sleeveless.
How much more money do you need, Larissa?
55 gold.
Suddenly, all the monsters are doing cold shot left arm.
I can do that. 1, 2,
Not 55. I'm so
4,
sorry.
5.
550.
That is. I need. Wait.
Is it
And that's
now?
after you sell your ring?
Like with the ring, yeah, selling the ring.
You need 600?
The ring was
400?
Yeah, he'll give you 400.
Then I need less than that. That's 400 and then 245. 355 gold. Not 55. 355. That's what I need.
Okay.
I
Well, remember, you guys have a lot of money other than just the gold, too, right?
We have 12,000 total. We have 12,000 something total.
Because you got gems and stuff.
Yeah, we can always do more than 2,000 per person. I think it's important for all the frontline people to have armor. I don't care about having armor. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to get the ointment that does hit points, and I'm going to get a spell book.
Fair enough.
And maybe a scroll.
We definitely should put Wall in some more armor.
Yeah.
He likes to get hit with things, and I would prefer not to have to heal him if potentially possible.
Agreed.
Like, it's been fine, but like, if you could keep your blood on the inside instead of sloshing in the bottom of your boots, I think everybody would be happier.
And
I
if
think-
Wall had +1 armor, isn't he like 21 armor class?
Actually,
With a shield.
just the regular armor will put Wall up at 21.
So
And
fancy would
add-
put you at 22.
And so +1 armor would put him at 22.
Yeah.
That's pretty tanky.
And that's assuming his shield never gets more powerful.
That's right.
Yeah, my AC is actually. I rely on beast shape a lot for my.
Mhm.
Can anyone cast that shield of faith, Quincy?
I can.
Yeah.
Or you
I
can
can.
cast shield of faith. That's 24. Haste 26.
Oh my gosh.
I can't cast haste, but I can.
I can.
Oh,
I think
Hey,
that
that's
you
like-
guys have all the spells. I mean, you really do.
So now we
I could-
will be throwing Wall in the middle of
We're just-
everything.
I was gonna take enlarge reduce just to get one more buff in there, but I decided to keep it.
So Bryn, Jay says to you, he says, you know, my dear, I couldn't help hearing that you say that you change into animals. I've dealt with some like you before, and they quite like these protective rings as well, because the animals can wear them too.
Wait, animals. I thought you said. Hold on, out of character for a second.
Yeah.
I thought you said that they couldn't wear rings.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say ring? I meant this. And he turns around and he comes back and he has what looks like what do you call it? It's like a necklace, but it's like more tight around your neck.
Like a choker.
Choker.
Yeah. He says this has the same protective properties as the ring, but you wear it around your neck and it will magically change size.
Yeah.
So you could be anything from a mouse to a grizzly bear, and it will fit perfectly.
See, now this.
How much
is
for
worth
that?
It's the same as the rings, 3,000.
2,000. I believe you said 2,000 for the rings.
Oh, well, that's to enchant the one you already have.
Mm-hmm.
You get a discount with the guild ring. It's a thing we
Okay.
worked out with what's her face, Akana. Or actually, he would probably say Miss Rio, because he knows his place. That's right, he does. Don't call her by her first name.
So to recap, we're looking at.
I've already got the list.
You do very good.
She's got a
Just
spreadsheet with pivot tables and everything.
No shit.
So, Wall, are you getting the $4,000 armor or the $850 armor?
I think I'm going to have to get the 850 gold armor
And remember, you can upgrade later.
because because the 4,000 is too much. I don't think we have enough.
Okay, so
That
my
is a
list
lot.
is mithril armor for Wall, +1 armor for Quincy, glamour armor for Larissa, shield for Bryn, goggles for Bryn, ointment spellbook for me, choker for Bryn.
Mm-hmm.
You may need to wait on the choker.
Okay, are you
Manny, you're
talking about?
hilarious.
I could forgo the fancy shield and just get like a regular shield and the choker, because if
Yeah, I
the
think
choker's
that makes
+1, then and I get like a regular shield, that's still like +3 to my armor.
Yeah.
So if you have a
Let's see.
regular shield, can you not use Quincy's?
She can't use metal armor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So how much was the
Um,
regular? 3
not
gold?
good enough.
30 gold?
Regular
shield.
is, I think,
A
it's
shield?
50.
They're pretty cheap, I think.
They're fairly cheap.
Especially a wooden one.
Just a big stick.
Is a wooden shield really a good buy? Or is it just goodbye?
Can't we just steal it from a skeleton? Like,
Shield,
damn it.
shield is 10 gold.
ooh,
For wood?
we'll take 10.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't specify.
All right.
What about what if I got some what if I boiled some leather and then wrapped it around it? That would make it a little more. I don't know if that's all flavor text.
You could get like a turtle and just take the turtle part out and just get the shell.
Okay,
Turtle.
first of all, Quincy,
I need to borrow your house.
You know that the turtle's spine is actually fused to the shell, right? I know. I should know. I've been a turtle before.
Well,
It's not how it works.
never hunted turtle.
Well, that's how you wait for it to die, and then you strip it.
Yeah.
Strip it from its shell. It's fine.
Turtle shells are pretty solid. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I guess. I don't know any turtles.
You said you were a turtle.
If-
Did you feel protected?
I did feel protected, but
I don't think Jaden is selling turtles today.
Fair enough.
No, I'm fresh out of turtles.
All
Sorry.
Does anyone want anything else right now? If Wall and Larissa sell the boots and the ring, our total is 7,030 gold.
Worth of money that we need to spend.
That's that would be money coming out of our party funds.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
should
And
I
some
get the
diamond.
goggles or the drift globe would be better.
Goggles.
Goggle.
Okay.
So I'm emptying my purse.
Are you contributing money too
Yeah, I mean,
from your personal loot?
that all of that I needed 355 watts after I emptied all my coin, my personal coin, and then the whatever we split from the party funds.
So how much coin are you contributing?
So I counted 2,000. Sorry, I only needed 355 out of 3,000, which included the 2,000 coin for that we split, 400 from the ring, and then 245 from my personal loot.
245. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The only other thing that I'm looking for is how do you have any diamonds here or there, Jay?
He says I do have a very small supply, but depending how much you need, there are better places.
Can you recommend uncut jeweler smith folk?
Wait a
So the
minute.
jeweler is uncut?
Well,
We have a
if
very
you had extra
specific
money-
order of adjectives.
Sorry, we only have circumcised jewelers in this city.
Really,
I don't know where you're from.
uncut diamonds are different. They're just like raw.
All our jewelers are circumcised and bonded, so that you know you're getting the best
Fair enough.
jewelry.
He says, "What do you think we are, dwarves?"
Once a raw diamond, and they all get all the bits from everybody.
Bunch of unshaven savages? Is that what you're
This is
saying?
the NC-17 episode. Gee.
It's our bottom beards everywhere. I mean,
So,
Whale dam.
jewelers.
yes, I can recommend a good jeweler to you.
His name is Frank. Frank Jeweler. Should be Frank.
Does anyone else need anything?
I'm really
Eyes on the
trying-
prize.
Yeah.
All right.
This pot smells a little bit magical.
Well, you know.
you think that pot's magical? You should see the stuff Druinda has.
Oh boy.
I think I also want to buy the pipe of smoke monsters.
Yes, you do. You definitely want to buy that.
The pipe of smoke monsters.
I love that thing.
Well, maybe this will make it grow fast. Do you think this would make it like if I planted an acorn, do you think this would like make it grow faster?
Ooh, you should have asked Anna for one of her magical acorns.
Well, I took an acorn from the tree.
Ooh.
I take samples from every plant I see.
So this is gonna be an extra special awakened.
Yeah, it only works
right.
with shrubs, though.
Hmm.
A shrubbery.
Shrubs.
Too much attitude for one plant in my taste.
Are you buying the pot?
Well, I thought I could maybe grow like a little tree. I've seen some people just grow like really little trees, and I don't know how they do it.
Bonsai.
But
Bonsais.
bless you. But I don't know. I thought it would be nice because there's not a lot of trees around here. But oh well.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And Quincy, donning new armor, will mosey his way back into the rest of it, where I assume there's some spot to find myself a drink.
So what all did you guys get again?
Wall, did you get anything other than the mithril armor?
No.
You muted yourself.
And also no.
Did you want anything else?
No, we better save.
We could afford the fancy armor.
You should get it. I put my vote for yes, but
I put my vote for
Yeah.
yes.
Does anyone vote no? All right. All in favor, aye. So what was the cost of that again?
the eyes have it.
4,000.
4,000.
4,000.
Yeah.
4,000.
Okay. Then I owe you
Well-
9,995, a pair of boots of elven kind, Larissa's 245 gold, and a ring of mind shielding.
Actually, that's not bad.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Here, I'll share the list somewhere.
Oh, there were also these like goggles of. I think they make little things look really big.
Oh yeah,
Does
magnifying.
anyone want
goggle.
these, or should we just like sell them?
Are those like those like common magic items? Like the
No,
like
they're
my-
not common. They might be uncommon.
What
like
are
my
they?
cloak.
The goggles of minute seeing, I think. Is what
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'll look them up. I don't remember what they are.
So we'll throw those in the sell pile.
Maybe.
You are getting old, Wall. Do you need goggles of minute seeing?
I am not old. I am only slightly old.
Must
You-
be eyes.
Yes, sir.
Eyes of minute seeing. That must be
That's of
It is eyes.
eyes.
the sight of minute eyes.
They are uncommon, so he would give you 400 for those as well.
Would still be that, yeah.
So sell those.
Is there a reason why we would need them?
Well, I saw
What
Quincy
is-
squinting at his notes the
Well,
other day.
they help with investigation checks. So anytime you're investigating anything,
Well, most of the time we have been drinking that beer, fear beer, and I can inspire if necessary. I mean, if we really need the gold, then
All right.
we can kind of make without it. But
We can add to that. Add it to the pile.
all
Okay.
right. So Wall got the magic armor.
So did everyone but me.
And you're okay.
Are you sure? Did I get magic
I
armor?
just attack and hide. I haven't been hit
Didn't
in
you-
like 5 sessions.
What
did
about
you get
the ring? Did you get the ring?
No. I'm gonna wait.
Oh,
the ring of protection?
Yep, I'm gonna wait.
What about the cloak of protection? It does the same thing.
It's also 2,000, right?
It's an uncommon. It's an uncommon item. Gives you a +1.
I don't want it.
That's the weird thing about these two items: the ring of protection and the cloak of protection do exactly the same thing, but one is rare and the other one is uncommon.
Just because rings are always rare. Or
So what's
higher.
the cost of the cloak?
Does someone
It will be-
have it?
It would be 400 if it's uncommon.
Well, no,
Oh, they're
it's not just a set price.
That's just what you can get.
Yeah, unless he changes.
Is it
yeah,
on the
like
list?
I'm not seeing it on the list.
It might not be because when I made this list, I thought I was going to give you guys all cloaks. So let's see. So it's uncommon. Oh
Mm-hmm.
And does it count as armor for the purposes of my bracers?
no.
Okay.
No,
No,
it's
you
a
get a
wondrous
plus-
item.
Yeah, you gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Ooh.
All
All
saving
save-
throws, which includes
Yeah.
death saving throws.
Yes.
Same thing with the ring of protection that Bryn got.
Ooh.
Or choker of protection. I should
Choker of
say.
protection. I
That just
call it.
sounds bad. It sounds like a cursed item. I got this choker.
The choker's just let me protect you.
No, I'm totally thinking of like those tattoo chokers that we all wore in like 2000. But I guess are back now. They're popular again.
All right, so we'll say 500 for a cloak of protection.
Okay. Then I owe you 10,055 gold from the party funds, which will put us down to about 2,300.
Now that does require attunement.
That's fine. I have all the slots
Okay. Same,
except for my racers.
Same for Bryn, but I think she's good on slots too.
Oh, I'm super good on slots.
All right, so Wall got armor, Quincy got armor, Larissa got armor, Bryn got the choker, and Fear got the cloak and a spell book and something else, right?
Yeah. So Wall got armor. Quincy, Larissa, we all got armor. Bryn got a 10 gold shield and the goggles of night. I got the ointment, the spell book, and the pipe of spoke monsters.
Are the goggles of night attunement?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Sweet.
So once I don this armor, I do one of those Katniss Everdeen twists, and then both my cloak and my armor turn into that dress that you that I sent to you guys.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Fancy.
You definitely can't climb a tree in that, but it is very majestic.
No, you actually can, and
Yeah.
I do a star just with all of this carbon. Just
It's magic.
Does anyone feel strongly about any of the gems we have? We have garnets, bloodstones, black onyx, black jet, and amethyst. Does anyone want to keep any of those?
Let's just go to the jeweler, sell it all off, and get ones that we can turn into life insurance systems.
Yeah.
I try to do a somersault.
Did you want to buy some diamonds from him?
Yeah, we
Quincy?
only have 2,300 left. So can we just buy? Does he have 2,300 worth of diamonds?
He's got 600 worth. That's all he's got.
600 is fine. We can. That should be okay. I think
It's a good start.
But he did tell you where to find a jeweler if you need more.
Yeah, I have. We can do that, or you know what? I have 600 gold pieces worth of gems just sitting in there, so I'll just trade them. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Cool.
So they're not part of the party funds. You're just getting those diamonds.
Bryn says,
Yeah, I just had them sitting on my character sheet. So
Bryn says, Quincy, you can have like I kind of like shake my purse out and like push it into a pile and then like cut it in half and like push half towards him.
It's fine, dear. You're good. I know you're good for it.
All right.
Thank
But
you.
what if you need the diamonds like now? What do you need them tomorrow? Just
I have them here.
okay.
Tiny rocks.
Okay.
So, you guys do your thing at the quartermaster, and there's just one other thing I wanted to do real quickly before we wrap up tonight. Just because I've been sitting on this so long, I'm tired of sitting on it. So you guys have your initiation into the guild. You get your cloaks. There's probably some form of oath that you swear that one of these days will have to come up with. But basically, you swear to obey the guild and not operate contrary to its goals or whatever. You swear not to become diabolical, evil world conquerors or anything like that. And Druinda kind of after you guys visit the quartermaster, maybe you go show off your new duds to her. She's kind of talking with you guys. And I should ask, does anyone let slip that you know about her, or is everyone being really chill about that?
Who knows?
I can't remember what happened, man.
I have no idea.
Or well, maybe.
I think it's just Wall, isn't it?
Oh, is it just Wall? You didn't tell anyone?
I haven't told anyone.
Oh, okay. So I guess
Wait,
I should
was this
ask.
your vignette? Because I don't think I went back and watched that because I.
So I should ask
wanted to-
Brett. Does Wall let slip what he knows, or does he share it with any of the others, or not? It's up to you. I'm not going to make you roll or anything.
I rolled.
Okay.
No, he doesn't share.
Okay, cool. So yeah, she just kind of wonders what she says. Now you guys are part of the guild. Your fate is your own to choose at this point. I can continue to find work for you, or you can go your own path. Of course, I'm sure the people of Dinar's Rest would be happy to see you come back if you want to go help with that. But it's really up to you. What are your thoughts as far as where to go from here?
I would like to go back to Dinar's Rest eventually. Maybe not right now. I would like to maybe spend some time in the city. I would like to pick up some odd work, I suppose. Anywhere I'm needed, anywhere I can help is fine.
I'd like to ask about Willem, the lover of the Dryad Anna.
That is a good idea.
That is a good idea.
It would be nice to keep the promise.
She says, well, before you guys go and do whatever you're going to do, there's someone who wants to talk to you. And she goes through her beaded curtains, through the haze, and comes back a few minutes later and leads another woman into the room. This woman is gorgeous, like unnaturally so. She has almost a silvery sheen to her skin. And Brett, maybe you'd like to describe her further as your mother walks in.
Mike.
You did.
You just gave the most awesome speech ever.
I hate when they do that. No, she's very almost. She's extremely elegant, but very simplistic in her nature. She's very she doesn't adorn herself too much, but she carries herself like she doesn't need to.
And this is
it long flowing black hair? I can't remember. No, white hair, silver hair.
I can't remember.
Know that.
Stand
A lot
by.
of different colors.
Yeah.
I feel like it was.
No. It was dark. I got my complexion.
Yeah, I thought
from
it was
my
dark.
father, and I got my hair color from her. Yeah.
And
So-
I remember her skin is kind of silvery,
So, yes.
pale.
Pale.
Yeah.
And my blue eyes, my bright blue eyes.
Yeah, somehow at the same time she pulls off like kind of like this elegance, like she could be in court, but also this kind of powerful athleticism, like kind of at the same time. She kind of, I don't know, also seems like she could throw down if she wanted to.
My mother is a badass.
And she's got wings. She's an actual angel. And Wall, just as a reminder, this is the first time you've seen her physically in quite a few years.
Right.
Because the one time you did see her was in a dream.
Right.
And she says, it's an honor to meet you all. Finally, I've heard so much about you. My name is Alira. I'm Wall's mother. But more to the point right now, I am an angel of the goddess Elandria. And
I thought you weren't here. I thought you were away.
I was, but I was sent to give you all a message from the goddess herself. On behalf also of Dianara, and she nods at Bryn and Quincy and Boros, and she nods at Larissa and Hoppus, and she nods at Fear. She says, perhaps I think it is time that some things be revealed to you as to the nature of your fates and yourselves. I'm glad you're all already sitting. Druinda, you might want to pass the pipe around again. I don't know. This might be a little hard for some of you to take.
Bad drink.
Mother, are you sure that this is the right time?
Wall. What right time for what?
This is the time I've been given. It is the only time we have.
Very well.
Well, your mom's an angel.
Right.
And I don't mean that in like the she bakes cookies for everybody way. What?
Her cookies are amazing.
How do you talk to an angel?
I hear
He's
a
right
guitar.
here.
Will not sing.
I know. Was that the saxophone there?
Oh gosh. Careless whisper.
Yes. Just the rest, sir. Just speak to her.
Oh,
I like Manny's
All right.
Guild Oath, by the way.
we're sitting.
She says, so some time ago, as you know, a great calamity befell this world when a group of adventurers, not completely unlike yourselves, but far more learned and powerful, though not more wise, went to the world axis in search of greater power. And in their attempts to take the power of the gods for themselves, they disrupted this world and its connection with the other worlds and the other planes. This led to what you call the time of rifts and the great cataclysm that has decimated the civilized people of this world. The gods saw what was happening and came up with a plan to put things right. They would send their most powerful agents into the world to put things back into balance. Each of the gods came forward and sent forth into Primordia one of their avatars. However, what the gods didn't realize at the time was the damage was already so severe to the fabric of reality that as their avatars entered the world, they were lost. Their connections to the gods that sent them were lost. And indeed, they forgot their very nature. Now we have found a few of them in you all, and she motions to all of you. Druinda suspected something of your nature some time ago, although she wasn't sure what it was she was seeing. But each of you are indeed an avatar of one of the gods.
Wait, what?
Paul raises his hand. He's like, wait, Mom, what?
Wait.
Uh-huh.
How can
Which one?
we be avatars?
What?
I thought the calamity happened like 5 years ago. I'm definitely a lot more than 5 years old.
I definitely feel older than 5 years.
Quincy, you are definitely more than 5 years.
Very good.
She said, yes, it's complicated. How to explain? When the avatars were sent down, they came to vessels that were suitable for them. Normally, what would have happened was you would have awakened as an avatar and you would have known who and what you were in that moment. But because the connection to the gods has been severed, instead, your greater nature lay dormant within you.
So we've got like a dormant god inside like a parasite, but not.
Don't call gods parasites. Good rule.
Sorry. This is a lot to wrap my head around.
Oh, only someone truly devout to a god can be a vessel for an avatar. When one is chosen, their natures are merged.
With a god.
Or
Well,
an
avatar.
aspect of a god.
Mm.
Huh.
So, for instance, you, Bryn, I don't know as much about Dayanara as some, but I suspect that you represent more her foraging and animal husbandry aspects, where Quincy seems to embody more the hunter of Dayanara. The gods are very complex. They have different sides, different facets to them. You each represent one of those facets. But you were sent here for a purpose, to put things right. It can...
How would we do that?
It is my belief that you need to find the world axis. It is there that things were put amok. It's there, I think, that things will be set right.
But I'm confused. How did someone did this?
Yes, a group of adventurers, a group of members of the guild you just joined, actually.
Oh.
How?
I don't know all the details. I just know that one of them, a wizard, believed he could siphon the power of the gods through the axis and become like a god himself.
Quick, Danielle, recall the name of that wizard that Anna is looking for.
Do they live in mythic folklore, etc.?
Yeah.
But this only happened like 5 years ago.
Right. It wasn't Willem.
Poor Willem is still not found.
I saw their cloaks in a vision, and I described the color and insignia.
It's not the blue jay, is it?
No. It's you guys in the future.
Yeah, in the future, we're trying to stop us from the future.
We should have gotten that time globe. Damn.
Yeah, the loop. We're trying to stop ourselves.
This is like the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished that. I love it.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep going, Lex.
So
this is a reveal. I am stress eating.
Druinda says
we have
Sorry.
to get to the world axis, which is no doubt not in a place that's particularly accessible, to do something and fix something that somebody significantly more powerful and learned than us messed up. In my experience, it's easier to mess something up than to fix it. So this seems like a lot.
If it's comforting at all, they were mortal.
It's
What happened?
the glass is a little fuller, but
Only like 2
I
drops.
assume they all died?
yeah. What happened to these former adventurers? Do we know their names?
their names are known by those in the guild. Druinda says they were cast out from the guild. We've tried to keep tabs on them, but they've disappeared.
Oh, it might be a good place to start.
Druinda says it's actually a little embarrassing. I didn't even know of this until I went to Akana with what Alira had told me. It was only then that I found out that it was members of our guild that had caused this catastrophe.
Well,
Why
does
are
seem-
you don't know where they are?
No.
do you know where the
Are you
world
serious?
axis is?
She says, I don't. I just know it's at the center of the world, which isn't that helpful. I believe, though, that Edo Elandria might be able to point you in the right direction.
I'm sorry, Edo Elandria?
Edo Elandria, she's an avatar. She's the one in the mountains that we were going to
my
go see
goodness.
at one point in time.
Wait, I thought you were an avatar. Is this
So are
another
you.
aspect?
Yes. Alira says, although you are avatars, that part of you is largely dormant, like a bear hibernating in a cave. As you explore that side of your nature, that part of you will awaken, and with it, greater power and abilities. However, we believe, and she looks at Druinda at this point, we believe there is at least one entity out there looking for you that is not friendly to our cause. We're not sure who or what it is. We believe it may serve one of the darker gods. But the more you explore your nature and the more you come into your power, the easier it will be for that thing to find you. So be careful.
This is the thing you told me about in the dream, yeah?
Yes.
If this entity isn't the queen of the fae, then that would make them the second person interested in our group.
We are building a reputation.
Yes, we are popular.
We're kind of a big deal.
That's it. Dahlia says, That's
There
what I
you
saw. I tried to tell you about this a long time ago. I said you were all sparkly. Remember? That's it. That's what I saw. I knew it. And she starts like dancing around Larissa's shoulders.
Mm.
Tickle, tickle.
I was a help.
Oh.
What is her name? Titania?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Titania was interested in us because we were special, and now we know why.
Mhm.
Which also makes me think she has nothing to do with this entity that's, well, not nothing to do, but she is not specifically this entity that's looking for us.
That doesn't make her less dangerous. Just we have a plus symbol on the end of our danger.
Danger plus.
Danger plus, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Druinda says, I spoke with the guildmaster and she has agreed to give you all something to help you to fulfill your destiny. Come with me. And she leads you through the city to the docks. Actually, you guys take like a carriage because it's quite a ways.
Oh, yes.
And she leads you out on one of the piers, and moored at the end of the pier is a beautiful ship. And you see just above like the water line, there are set in the hull, there are like gems.
Oh, yeah. All right.
This I like.
She's giving us a whole. I'm confused. Is it on the ship?
The ship is yours, so you may get where you need to go.
I throw up a little bit. So.
I cast sea legs.
That is.
I pointed to crystals. This particular one, I don't think goes on the water.
It can go on the water, but it can also sail the skies as well.
Wait, what? Sails the skies?
I like lean over to Fear and Larissa and I'm like, how many gold pieces is this?
Too many to count.
It's just imagine that it's made of gold pieces and it's more than that.
That's way too many.
Yeah, we could just take this boat and quit. We're done.
Wait,
But we're good people, save the world, yada yada, yeah.
wait, do we get a crew?
She
Am I
says,
gonna have to pull, oh my goodness. I'm going to have to do manual labor.
Druinda says, I was able to fashion a crew of sorts for you, but my feelings will not be hurt if you would prefer to hire a more normal crew.
More
what
normal.
is your crew?
So basically the crew of the ship right now they're basically a bunch of unseen servants. Kind of like
nice.
in like Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, how you have all these invisible servants that do things. It's the same kind of thing with this ship.
Oh, I love them.
No, this is a perfect crew.
Yeah.
Don't get in the way.
They
Don't
won't
talk
talk back.
They don't need food.
Good help if it's hard to decide.
You imagine the ghosts they just get mutiny.
Did my mother
Throws them off the ship in the middle of the air.
Did my mother come with us to the dock?
Yes. She did take a more mundane form,
Wow.
but she did, yes.
So she's slightly less sparkly.
So where
Yeah.
are we supposed to go with this?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a direction? What information do you know about?
Yeah, you're just giving us a boat. We're supposed to find,
Here, sail the air.
go forth and do what exactly?
Sail the seven skies.
There's
I
only
don't
one
trust
sky.
flying boats.
She says, well, it's up to you what you wish to do. If you want to learn more about the world axis and where to find it, Ito might be of help. Beyond that.
Yeah.
We
That
can
might
get to
be
it faster now.
that might be our first stop.
We do need to fix this world. It is broken. It's not making anybody's life easier.
And now, Quincy, you can
indeed.
blame the youth.
Yeah, there's so many people with bad fashion senses around these parts. Oh, can't wait to fix it all.
Mhm.
There's a little more important things out there than fashion, Melissa. My God.
Fashion,
Of course.
culture runs the world.
Is
And we might be able to find your people too. I'm sure they have all sorts of intricate fashions to show us.
Yes, actually.
Okay, I lied. It has 3 masts. I don't know a lot about ships.
I had this moment where I was like, a single. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't like against it. It was just sort of like this big, huge, beautiful ship with one mast. I was like, oh.
Oh God!
of a dinghy.
Remember?
Maybe we'll turn around and get one of the wind fans, so I can just cast gusts of wind right on the mast at all times. Back to the quartermaster.
Could I turn to Wall's mom, Mrs. Wall? And say, I don't, Angel, ma'am, Elira?
Yes.
Elira? Wall's mom?
Yeah.
So you have like direct contact with gods and stuff. I guess that's part of what being an angel is.
Mm.
Anyway, has how omniscient, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how omniscient would you say you are?
Oh, I'm not omniscient at all.
Darn. Okay. No, I mean, I'm sure you're very powerful, and you kind of look like you could like kill me very quickly. So I'm sure, like, yeah. That's so. I'm not implying that you're not powerful, but I'm looking for my people. I just thought maybe someone who like kind of knew the gods is like knows them would. I don't know. It was a long shot.
She says,
Never
yes,
mind.
I'm sorry, dear. I don't. But that wasn't, I didn't work with Furbolg at all. Used to be, I knew quite a bit about things of knowledge. But since things have been disrupted, when I come to this world, I don't have access to that anymore.
Well, thanks anyway. You're very shiny.
Well, thank you. You're very
You're
tall.
welcome. Yeah, so are you. You're like one of the tallest lady humans I've ever. I mean, you're not a human, but like you kind of. I'm sorry. You're really pretty.
She says, it's all right. I'm passing as human. It's okay. I understand.
Well, I think I'd like to thank you for this very generous gift, Druinda. This is we shall have to put it to good use.
Yes. Please get to know your ship.
Mm-hmm.
And
now you say it flies or something?
Yes. She can fly.
Mm.
What is her name? Or can we name her?
Yeah, you can name her.
Oh no, this is going to be another discussion.
Just make sure she likes the name.
Wait,
She's sentient? What?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The ship does have a self.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
Guys, this is the best day of my life.
All right.
Does she have a face? Where
Is
do
it
we
the Dawn
talk to
Treader?
her?
Yeah.
Well, of a sort, you should go below decks and meet her. I think you would like her,
Hello,
Bryn.
Dex? We just met her.
Well, if you wish to speak with her.
Okay.
She speaks to.
Oh man.
All
This is a
right.
lot.
I run. I'm like, go there.
Arcane.
I'm
Master.
already downstairs.
I'll follow.
So the
Apprehensively.
interesting thing you guys notice right away when you step on the deck is suddenly, as soon as you're on the ship, you can see the crew. Like before, you just saw like ropes moving around, seeming by themselves. But once you're on the ship, you can actually see like these kind of chimerical men and women, like, you know, messing with the sails and doing
Oh my
Chimerical?
gosh.
Yes.
like figments, like illusions, but they actually have substance to them.
I learned a word today.
I'm going to stay back on the dock with my mother. And so I will catch up. I'll be down there in just a moment.
Of course.
So
Take your time.
the outer hull of the ship is made out of, you know, whatever ships are made out of.
Wood?
Well, I mean, yeah, wood, obviously. But as far as the type of wood.
Whatever that stuff is.
But once you go like below decks into the cabins, it's all like redwood, and it's redwood and mahogany. It's very beautiful.
Oh.
And the first thing you guys notice when you go below deck is it's substantially bigger on the inside than on the outside. Like
Of course.
there's a lot of space in there.
It's a TARDIS. Holy shit. We got a TARDIS, guys.
And the other thing you notice is in kind of the central room, it's probably the galley, like where everybody eats and stuff. There's a large tree that seems to be part of like like there's a tree trunk and the roots like just kind of meld into the deck below your feet, and the boughs kind of meld into the supports of the roof above you. And it seems like somehow this ship was fashioned from a living tree that is still
Oh my
alive.
gosh.
I am so much more comfortable with this. But also, was this was done with the tree's consent, correct?
Yes, dearie, I believe I gave consent. It was so long ago.
It's hot. I can't. I go back upstairs and just.
I am giddy with delight.
I'm getting air sick. Not even flying.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I've never met a ship before. I'm so pleased to make your acquaintance. What is your name?
I believe you need to give me a name.
Oh.
I have a different name with each crew I serve.
What kind
Who
of
have
tree
you
is
served
she?
before?
I used to serve the Queen of Elandria, but I've been sitting in harbor for years.
We had the Queen's boat.
Right?
That's nice.
Oh.
Sorry, Bren, what was your question? You had to
What kind of tree is it?
A magic tree.
All right, I'm just gonna assume I can't tell because it's like a bunch of different trees.
No, you would know. I just don't know what it is. I didn't think about
What
that.
is it, Bren?
It's oh shit. What would make sense?
I guess let's say it's a redwood because that's what I said. So
That's a very tall tree to have in a ship, but
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
It's
it
a
could be
big
part
ship.
of a redwood.
well, remember it is much bigger on the inside, so that's where all the wood went.
Well, you are quite a magnificent vessel. Still the flying thing. No.
I think it makes more sense for a deciduous tree to be whatever.
Don't judge the thing that's going to be flying us through the air. Keep it happy.
Brett, did you say that Wall stayed outside?
Yeah.
So while you're out there, Druinda kind of comes up to you and very like whispers to you very quietly. She says, be careful with the ship. She's very, how should I say? She's easily offended.
Oh, this is very good. This is very good to know. Thank you.
And she can become quite uncooperative when she's offended.
Okay. So what sorts of things will offend her?
Let's see, treating her like a normal ship. treating her like an object or a thing, forgetting she's listening.
Very good. Very good. This is all very
Being
good.
disrespectful in any way.
Of course, I have to ask Druinda, how far can she hear?
Oh, well, she could probably hear us if she wanted to, but I imagine she's a little distracted by your friends right now.
Okay.
She hasn't had visitors in a while.
Okay. I'll let them know as soon.
I mean,
as...
don't get me wrong. She's a good ship. She's just a little quirky sometimes.
She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. And quirkiness comes with amazing. I get that.
Flattery does really well, but it must be sincere.
Okay.
Sincere compliments are good.
All right. If she can tell the difference, we'll be sure. I think we'll all be impressed with her. I don't think that'll be a problem. Actually, Druinda, while you're here,
Yes.
Do you know that I know?
Well, I do now if I didn't before. She winks at you. Oh, wait, never mind. She can't wink. She doesn't have any eyes. She kind of screws up that part of her face.
She would.
Right.
Well, she just has like melted skin. So.
Oh my gosh.
I've just been assuming that it's not my story to tell, so I haven't divulged anything. So without your permission.
She says, well, the queen knows, the higher ups in the guild know. It's really only a secret from more common people. I don't mind if your friends know.
I was going to say my friends aren't common.
What are you talking about?
We're not there.
I
man.
say as I clean my face when I'm when I was just throwing up.
Okay. All right. I'll have that conversation with them. Then I think it's important that they know. I mean, it's not very often they get to work for a founder, much less somebody of your stature.
She says, that reminds me. And she reaches into a pocket and pulls something out and gives it to you. And it's the sending stone that she'd originally given you guys. I forgot to give this back to you. You might need it.
Should I give it back to Bryn?
It's up to you.
Okay.
Like
He's getting much better.
Walkie-talkies to one person.
I stow it in a pouch. I'm like, we'll take care of it. Do you want us to continue to check in, or we'll talk about what we're going to do next. I think we have a little bit of sticker shock right now.
She says another thing. Try to limit the flying unless it's necessary. It does take energy that will ultimately need to be replenished.
How do we replenish it? Do we know?
Well, she can tell you, but
okay.
she can take magical energy from various things.
Like people?
More like magical items, places of power.
Oh, interesting.
Things like that.
Okay.
Charge the batteries.
Ooh, I don't know how many of you read Saga.
Mm-mm.
Nobody? Shame. There's a really cool tree-based spaceship that charges its power by planting its roots into the planet
Cool.
before it takes off.
Is this an
That's
ancillary justice inspired live spaceship, or Robin Hobb live ships, or there's lots of living ships? What's the inspiration, Lex?
Oh, for this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, this is actually from The Magician, so it's
Nice.
almost a total ripoff from the show. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But also, I mean, I love the whole sentient ship thing and magic shit. It's a bunch of stuff kind of
It's so cool.
all mashed together.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah. So that was it. That's what I wanted to get to tonight. So you guys know that you have that.
Give us.
I almost
one
took
that-
water breathing, but I didn't. So sorry, guys.
I
Wait,
can be a shark.
Dinar's Rest is not exactly adjacent to a shore, is it?
How do we just plan it down? Just
There is a river that goes fairly close to it
Okay.
from here. Like you could get within a day's travel of Dinar's Rest by river.
Can it
okay.
walk?
Mhm.
The
It
boat
can
walk.
land. It can land.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't walk, but it can fly and it can float.
Okay. I
All
look
right.
back to Druinda and my mother. I said, I'm going to go rejoin them and find out more about this boat. Mother, are you staying in town?
For a short time.
I'd like to catch up.
Yes, we should do that.
All right.
so I think we should go get dinner, and
Yeah.
my guest room isn't made up, so just
I go running down the plank. So, what did we find here?
We have the most beautiful and amazing ship that
Tree.
has ever sailed. Special magical thing that will be our friend and our companion in our travels. And she needs a name.
Oh, we have to come up with a very good one then.
Mhm.
Mhm.
oh man.
Something that befits this beautiful being.
There's kind of a
Why do we
like
have to choose one?
there's kind of like a hum below the deck, almost like a heartbeat of the ship. And as you guys are like giving all these compliments, it gets a very pleased sound to it somehow. Almost like a cat purring,
Yeah,
you know?
I'm like, I think she's purring. Listen.
I pet.
This is the most talented tree I've ever met.
You've met a lot of trees too. That's really saying
I've
something.
met a lot of trees.
Yeah.
None of them could turn into a ship.
Well, I hear
Mhm.
they can. It's just more of a process.
Let's not talk about that process right now.
Oh.
As you guys are kind of standing in this large room talking, the wood of the floor, the deck, I guess you would say, starts to kind of swirl around like it's liquid, and it rises up in the form of a table and some chairs.
I am in love with a boat.
I grab a bucket.
First to vomit.
I can grab a bucket.
She manifests the bucket for you.
This is very good. Tree person ship, which will be named shortly.
Yes, we will take extra thought. And
Yes.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd do better than tree personship. Like, just doesn't.
we'll get better. Quincy's looking a little bit sad now. That was the best idea he had.
I just don't see that stitched on a handkerchief. I don't know.
no, it doesn't roll off.
Descriptive.
It doesn't roll off the bark.
You guys are weird with your names.
How do you
Why
name
can't-
things?
Well, you just call them like what you are, what they are, what they're like, and like,
That's
you
what I
know.
did.
yeah, but
What is
So-
a Bryn?
What's the color of this ship?
a Bryn is whatever the innkeeper decided to call me when I started working and living there.
Mm. It's redwood,
So-
so reddish.
With
Yeah.
mahogany on the inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite nice. But that was quite spectacular. I think we absolutely, as a group, need to have a name by the time we start this next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Professor.
So,
Due date.
so yes, I give everybody homework.
Thanks, Professor.
Oh boy,
Thanks, Lex. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That
we
was
got a ship, guys.
Yeah.
A really, really magic-y ship.
Try not to
Really
crash it.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
Just feel like you're just handing the keys to like the convertible to
Yeah.
your like 16-year-old son.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, this is definitely giving like the Ferrari from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
To, like, Yeah, it's not going to turn out good.
I'm interested to see what happens. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for episode 251 of Game Master's Journey. If you'd like to get a hold of me, shoot me an email, gamemastersjourney@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Twitter @LexStarWalker, and you can follow me on MeWe. We also have a community on MeWe where you can connect with myself and all the other listener GMs, and you can find a link to that in the show notes at starwalkerstudios.com/GameMastersJourney. Also there, you can find a link to join our Discord server, which is another great place to connect with other gamers like yourself. And finally, if you have any comments or feedback on the show, I'd love to hear that from you as well. If you enjoy the show and you'd like to help support what I'm doing, there are a lot of fantastic ways you can do that. Many of them don't even cost you any money. And you can find all that information at starwalkerstudios.com/support. Probably the best way you can support the show is to check out my latest self-published D&D supplement, Relics of Power. And I also have a supplement called The Trickster's Labyrinth, which is an adventure. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, I am hard at work at some GM supplements. So again, if you have any suggestions or requests for those, please let me know because they are being written as we speak. I hope that you have a chance to play your favorite RPG this week. I hope you have a chance to run your favorite RPG. I'll be back soon with another episode of Game Master's Journey. Until then, game on.
This has been a Starwalker Studios production, your source for quality gaming and hobby podcasts.
This episode's music, courtesy of Cloudwalker, Transboy, Renfield, Stanko, and Ish. See the show notes for more details at starwalkerstudios.com/GameMastersJourney.